It's hard to tell that this young boy is a victim of the Afghan war, but Samiullah is another casualty. He lost a leg in an explosion 4 months ago.
I was going to school. There was a mine at the gate and it blew up. My leg was torn off.
Samiullah's family lives in the dangerous province of Kandahar. 2010 has become the most violent year since the Taliban was toppled in 2001, and it's civilians who are increasingly falling victim.
We are upset. He lost a leg, but at least he's alive. He's always scared from the sound of aircraft. The other night, he heard a blast and he covered his head.
According to the United Nations, 332 children were killed or maimed in a 3-month period, from mid-March to mid-June. Whether they were killed in a Taliban suicide bombing, a roadside attack, or a U.S. airstrike, the fact is, children are being caught in the middle of a conflict which is only worsening.
And recent statistics compiled by Afghanistan Rights Monitor show up to 1,200 security incidents were recorded in June, the highest number compared to any month since 2002. Over 1,000 civilians were killed in the first 6 months of the year. Over half of them died in suicide attacks and roadside bombings. More than 1,500 were injured in the same period. 4 months ago, Ashikola was hurt when an IED exploded in a bazaar in the southeastern province of Khost.
I was working in the bazaar when the explosion happened. I hate these attacks because civilians are getting hurt. That day continues to haunt me.
Azim is just as traumatized. He was among the survivors of a suicide bombing in Khost.
Now, when we go to school, our parents tell us not to stand next to cars. Once, 3 cars came close to me and I got scared and thought a bomb would explode.
His friend Saeed didn't survive. He was 10 years old.
Now I tell my kids to come home quickly after school, not to stand among a crowd. There's danger everywhere. Their mother is scared when they leave the house.
Gul Qadir does fear for the safety of his sons. Afghanistan's population are vulnerable victims. 2009 was the worst year in terms of civilian deaths. And as the conflict spreads and the violence increases, 2010 may prove to be even deadlier. Zana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Kabul.